Yeah. This one goes out to all my wizards. Straight West Coastin'. I used to hang at the cool kids table, now I skip my lunch. You can find me fighting bears with a savage punch. Drafting rares with some squares, and I have a hunch I'ma slap your elder dragon in a camel clutch. Cast a bunch of counter spells, I'm going kamikaze. Jump off Urza's tower, elbow dropping in Eldrazi. You playing proxy? That's cute, I'm pimping power. I'm a warrior, ain't fazed by you freaking cowards. I'm spending hours locked up in a comic shop. It's Friday night, I'm trying to fight. Your angel gets atomic drop. Come off the top, mass destruction, wrath to God. Boy, win a word, you can't even. Got you acting odd. Attack the squad, you passed the turn with untapped islands. Got blue mana teardrops running down my eyelids. I came for violence, not permission, force or will. If I catch you slipping, I'll be splinter twinning for the kill. Tap, tap, tap to attack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. Crack, 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 crack another pack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. I'm running out of cash, I'ma have to charge. Spend my rent money on some magic cards. I'm running out of cash, but I'm living large. Spend my food money on some magic cards.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Comic Solution coming at you once again, and today we are going to do an unboxing of lots of great Magic cards. Well, hopefully great Magic cards. I haven't actually opened them up yet, but you can see here we have the Ixalan Fat Pack. We have lots of great boosters from great editions of Magic here on my Zelda playmat. We have the Magic Homelands, which is going to be the oldest booster of the set. Magic Fallen Empires, I have 2 of those boosters. I do have 1 Rise of Eldrazi, which is the most expensive booster pack I got. 2 of the Oath of the Gatewatch boosters, 2 of the Battle of Zendikar boosters. These 2 editions do feature cards from Eldrazi reprinted, and of course, to live up to the hype, we have 2 Masters 25 boosters. I've been opening up lots of these guys. I haven't gotten so fortunate as to get a Jace the Mind Sculptor, although one of my friends did get one on his second pack that he bought. Isn't that something? I spent all this money on boosters and I still haven't gotten Jace the Mind Sculptor. But first, we are going to unbox the Rivals of Ixalan Fat Pack. So, let's get it going. But as you guys probably already know, the Fat Pack comes with this beautiful little box here. This one's Rivals of Ixalan. It has a lot of artwork. And inside of the Fat Pack box, which this is a, good quality box you can use to keep your cards in, there is a life counter. Just your standard life counter. This one is red. There is your cards here, your lands. There is a quick reference guide on how to play with your cards. And it, of course, comes with some booster packs. All these are from Rivals of Ixalan. And that is that. Also, it's worth noting that it comes with a little player's guide if you don't know how to play, and it comes with an exhaustive list, I think, of every card in Rivals. You want to check that out. There's an there too. And we'll get into the other boosters later. Okay. Alright. Let's get started with Rivals. I'm hoping to get a good legendary creature, some good rares. Lately I've been playing a lot of Commander, EDH, and I'm looking for a good Commander. So as you know, it starts out with the commons. Negate is the first card out of the pack. A Araska Raptor common, Raptor Companion, Lizard, Human Warrior, a Human Pirate, Shatter Instant, this is actually a pretty good card, I've used it before. Artifact Creature, Wall, Flying Vampire. This is another Dinosaur, Merfolk Wizard. These are uncommons. I'm starting with this one. When he comes in, you draw 3 cards. You can put in the library in any order. It's fairly interesting. This is a Merfolk Mistfinder. I might put it in my J stack. He gives +1s to all Merfolks that you control. This is Needletooth Raptor whenever he's dealt damage. Okay. This is an instant. It exiles a non-land permanent, and then your lands, and a token card. Nothing too crazy, but it's only our first booster. Okay. Moving to the next one. Crack another pack. Legion Conquistador, common. Sorcery, Crashing Tide, common. So this one's good. He has haste. Well, I don't know. I just kind of like him. I've used him before. He's a 4/4. Sorcery. Creature from the graveyard. Plummet is nice. Destroy a flying creature. Can be very good. The Horse. 3/3. I've had a lot of those if you watch my other videos. Artifact. Sacrifice it. Look for a basic land. Reveal it. Human Pirate. He's flying as long as he's attacking. Dinosaur. If you have a Sin, then you get a +3/0. This one, when he dies, you get a 1/1 vampire token. It's good for a white deck. This one, if you've learned about the recent additions, expansions of Magic, the dinosaurs come into play. This one, when he's deal damage, he gives you 2 life, so he's a white healing dinosaur. What I was going to say is that dinosaurs can be any color. Red is the most common dinosaur color I've seen, but it can also be green, white. Here's a pirate with Death Touch. He is uncommon, he's 2/4, and if you have City's Blessing, he can, you draw a card when he deals damage to a player. Sorcery, he just has a thing with 2 colorless tokens, and he adds mana to your pool. This is Admiral's Order. And you can counter target spells with one of his abilities. Another token creature and a land. Okay. Moving right along. Crack another pack. Vraska Raptor. I'm going to go through the commons relatively quick. Raptor, Negate. Vraska Throwback. I like this one. I'm using. Horse again. Sorcery puts a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. A common Merfolk. Sorcery that deals damage equal to a creature the player controls. Enchantment. He gives a +1/+1 lifelink to a creature. Woodland Stream is a land. This is an uncommon pirate with Death Touch. We've seen that one already today. This one is the Pirate's Pillage sorcery that we've also seen today. This is an enchantment, Path of Discovery. When the creature enters your battlefield under your control, it explores. You reveal the top card of your library. Put that card in your hand if it's land. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 in the creature and put the card in your graveyard. Don't know how I feel about that. It's good and bad. Token card and land. We're going to move along. Still got lots of boosters to go. Crack another pack. Again, I'll go through the commons quickly. The Vampire Cleric, Snake, Human Pirate, Vampire Soldier, Sorcery, Human Pirate, Instant, Human Pirate. Sorcery is Send, and then you draw 3 cards. Enchant creature, deal 1 to a damaged creature, put 3/0 on yours. This is uncommon. When he enters the battlefield, you can search your cards for a Merfolk card, reveal it, and then shuffle your library and put that card on top of it. And then Merfolks, you control your +1/+1. As long as you have the City's Blessing, this guy has hexproof and can't be blocked. He's a 2/2, but he is uncommon. This one, if you sacrifice, you destroy a target artifact or enchantment. That is fairly useful. At the beginning of each upkeep, if you lost life last turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Paladin of Atonement. Okay. Land and token card. Moving right along. Crack another pack. This is a Dinosaur 3/1. Let's go through these uncommons. Through the commons. Dinosaur is a 1/2 with trample, but he has an ability to put a +2 on him, or +3. Flying 2/5 Dinosaur, sorcery, Vampire Soldier, sorcery. That you reveal the cards of the opponent's hand. Flying Hexproof 3/2, land. Now to the uncommons. This is the Merfolk Shaman. We've seen him before. He gives your Merfolk +1/+1, a land. An Enraged Needletooth Raptor will deal 5 damage to a creature that you do not control and an opponent controls. We've seen him before. The Golem, Awaken Amalgam's Toughness, or you with the differently numbered lands you control. I've seen this card. I don't find it that useful. This card I actually have had. I do have one of these. Silvergill Adept. It is not very useful, but it is uncommon. It's worth about 15 bucks. If any of you guys want this card, I'm willing to trade it. Not a big fan of it. It is worth money though, and I'm willing to trade it. I could sell it to Card Kingdom, but I prefer selling or trading with you guys here on YouTube. So please get at me. One of the best things about YouTube is interacting with you good folks. Okay, let's go through these commons quickly. Merfolk Warrior. Human Pirate, I've had a million of these cards. Vampire Cleric's a 3/3, put +1s on vampires you control. This guy is a +2/+2 on a target creature until end of turn. Orc Pirate, Dinosaur, Artifact, Land. Dinosaur is a 6/6 with Trample. It's pretty useful. He's still common, but it's still useful. Foul Orchard is an uncommon, black and green land here. This is the Merfolk Scout. We've seen that one. He puts +1/+1 on Merfolk, and you have a thing with revealing cards. This guy sacrifices target artifact or enchantment. Okay, legendary creature. Let's zoom in on this puppy. Let's look at it. He has Death Touch. Reveal Tetzimog, Primal Death from your hand. Put a prey counter on target creature. Activate this ability only during your turn. When Tetzimog enters the battlefield, destroy each creature your opponent control with a prey counter on it. Okay, I like him. I don't think he'd be a good commander though because of the revealing and the tokens and things like that. I don't think that would work well as a commander. This is a sorcery. Target opponent reveals his hand or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards a card. Decent. Land and token card. Nothing too crazy in these cards so far. Hopefully our luck turns around. I don't think any of these cards are worth anything, to be honest. Well, except for that Silvergill, but I don't know. Maybe worth a little something. Human Pirate. Instant. Merfolk Warrior. Human Warrior. Vampire Knight. Instant. Sorcery. Artifact creature, we've seen most of these before. Sorcery, destroy target vampire or enchantment. Float of Recollection, returns an instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. This is the Stormfleet Swashbuckler. It has double strike if you have the blessing. Merfolk Wizard. As an additional cost to the Silvergill Adept, reveal. This is a Silvergill Adept, so we've seen the holographic one. Now here's yet another one. This is a $15 card. Why do I have so many of them? I have 3 of them. Let me know if you want one. One of them is a promotional card, one is a holographic, and one is just a standard card. Sorcery. This is a rare sorcery. Each player chooses any number of creatures he or she controls with a total power of 4 or less, then sacrifices all other creatures he or she controls. That's a good card, but you got to know when to use it. Then we got our lands and our token cards. Okay. Let's keep going. Dinosaur, snake, flying snake, eh? Snake's on a plane. Plummet, the horse again. The dinosaur, the pirate, the artifact, the land, the instant, the vampire knight, the instant. Okay. This one This last instant wasn't uncommon. Well, actually, the Vampire Knight was too, but we have seen him. And this instant deals 4 damage to a target creature you don't control, 2 to the one you do control. This one doesn't untap. Whenever you gain life, you untap him. So he is uncommon. I'm not a huge fan of him. I would not put him in one of my decks. This one, you exile a creature with power 3 or less. I really don't like that card either. I'm not sure why it's uncommon. However, this creature is a human pirate. He has flash and death touch, and when he enters the battlefield, the pirate you control gets +1/+1 and death touch till end of turn. That I can deal with. He is a rare. He's a 2/2. He's rare. Okay. Goblin Pirate, Dinosaurs Flying, Human Pirate, Human Knight, Sorcery, Instant, Enchantment, Sorcery, Dinosaur, Sorcery, Instant, Vampire Knight, Instant. Okay. So those uncommons we've seen before, the Famished Paladin we just saw, and as well as the Reaver Ambush and the Reckless Rage. They are uncommon, but they must not be that uncommon, am I right? Okay, Raid is an instant. If you attack with a creature this turn, you may pay mana rather than paying the spell's mana cost. That's, I guess, somewhat useful. It's a rare. Not that big of a fan of it. One last pack with the rivals, then we get into our other boosters. Thanks for staying tuned to the channel, guys. If you like what you see so far, welcome to the sub club. If you subbed, I do appreciate it. Let's keep it going. When the Brazen Footin enters the field, colorless tokens turn into mana. Brazen Footin, Freebooter, Instant Snake. I'm going to go through the commons. Dinosaur, Equipment, Aura, Artifact, Sorcery, Merfolk Wizard is an uncommon. When he enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, put 2 in your hand, and on top of the library and in any order. This one gives +1/+1 to vampires. This is a human pirate. You have to reveal a card. He's a 2/2. He's uncommon, but he's very useless. This is a rare. This takes abilities from your lands. It lets you draw a card, but it's not that useful, even though it is a rare. That's it for the Fat Pack. Overall, not too thrilled with everything. It's decent. If you guys want to trade for any of these cards, please let me know. Of course, I do have, the lands here of all the colors. And that's it for the Fat Pack. So we're going to move into the boosters here after just a quick minute. All right, we are back, and we have the booster packs from the older generations of Magic. If you're an interested Magic player and you've been around for the original sets of Magic, maybe you remember some of these. I have some also from the newer generations of Magic as well. But the oldest pack that we're going to get started with is called Magic Homelands. Now this is one of the oldest Magic card boosters that I have ever opened. It says the original Richard Garfield Company Magic the Gathering Deckmaster 8 tradable game cards, and this is only going to include 8 cards, which the older boosters do include just 8 cards. I'll go ahead and open that. Okay, here we are. You can see how they look. They're much different in their artwork than other Magic cards. Clockwork Gnomes. See, these don't even tell you if they're common or rare or what. And it's just kind of got to figure out what it is on your own. Interrupt is it's kind of like an instant. It's called Interrupt. See, these are just so much different. This is a 3/1. It looks like a creature. Yes. Summon Mist. Okay, it's another creature. Summon Dwarf. Okay. It's another creature of some sort, 1/1. This is a 2/2. This is a narwhal that is a 2/2. These are interesting more in the aspect that they're historical and they are part of history. I don't think I would buy these again, though. Not unless I was really looking for a rare card of some kind. But as far as modern gaming, I don't play Legacy. I don't play Vintage. I primarily play Commander. I do play some Standard. I would play Modern if I had more friends who were into it or if there was more events for it in the community. But those are the main things that I play. But still very interesting. I'm sorry. This is a Fallen Empires booster pack. It's another older expansion of the game. I just opened the first one, and let's check it out. This is the Stashinger Merfolk. It's a 0/1 Summon Cleric. Summons Thralls, summons Soldiers. Now they have Elven enchantments. There's some good decks with elves because they can heal themselves and things like that. Summon Fungus. Looks interesting. Okay, that's that. We have one more of the Fallen Empires boosters. I'm going to open that one now. Alright. Summon Thrall again. I summon Orcs. Summon Soldiers. So these are spells to summon creatures, is what they are. Summon Merfolks is an enchantment. Blocking creature gets +0/1. This is a summoning soldier, summon cleric, and summon merfolk. Those are interesting cards as well. I still feel I'm not as interested in the older cards though. However, this is the pack I'm most interested in. This is the Rise of the Eldrazi. It's a 15 card booster, standard booster size. It's a little bit older. It's about $20 per booster. So that's why I got it at my local comic shop. I'll show you what's inside. I'm very anxious to see what's in it. Okay, again, it's a little different in that it doesn't tell you if it's common, uncommon, rare, or mythic, but there are some interesting things here. This is a merfolk that can level up. He can get up to a 4/2, and he can be flying. This is an artifact, helps you draw cards. This is a flying creature called a drake, an instant, a merfolk, 2/1. It's a spider with reach at 1/5. A sorcery that helps you draw cards. This helps you prevent combat damage. Come on, Eldrazi, give me something good. An enchantment aura. Enchantment creature. Sorcery that gives you 2 life. It's another creature you can level up to level 3 and make it 2/4. It's Creature of Illusion. He's a 5/5. It's a decent creature, I guess. This is a jellyfish. He's flying, and he can untap when he's the target of a spell. Then, of course, the land and some kind of advertisement for Xbox Live. Duels of the Planeswalker game, I see. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. I was really hoping to get something great out of the Rise of the Eldrazi, but it is what it is. I knew what I was getting into, and I paid $20 for a booster pack. I will continue on. These are the Oath to Gatewatch expansion cards that do have Eldrazi reprints, so I'm excited to see what's in that. So I'll show you now. This is a common instant, instant. Devoid Eldrazi Drone is a common. creature lizard. I've seen something similar to that. I don't know if it's also been reprinted. Instant artifact, elf warrior. This is a useful card, even though it's common. It's a 5/4 with vigilance and trample. 2/2 flying, bird creature. Land is uncommon. Looks like it's green and white. Yeah. Sorcery that is devoid, has no color. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. That could kill it, you know. It also has an ability to exile. This is another uncommon, flying, vigilance, 2/4. It's a creature. This is a rare. Okay, Eldrazi Mimic. That's good because it is an Eldrazi creature. It's a 2/1. Whenever another colorless creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may change his base power and toughness of that creature. His power and toughness up to the end of turn. I guess that's pretty useful. It's like a Ditto creature from Pokemon, is what it reminds me of. Firelit Thicket. It's like a dual land thing that gives you red or green mana. Then a basic land of red and a token. Okay. That's the Oath of the Gatewatch. I'm going to continue on. Open the next Oath for the Gatewatch. Really hoping again, guys, to get a legendary creature. Haven't gotten one all day. As you guys know, I'm primarily a commander player, so that's what I'm interested in. That's what I like to play. It's a human cleric ally. It's an Eldrazi drone. We've seen that. This is an instant that gives you haste. This one gives you +1/+2. This is an instant that does the void, and target creature gets +2/0. Another instant from the graveyard. This gives a -3/-2. This is another counter. This is trample with 4/4. It's a creature. It's called a Hellion. Okay. Basic land. Okay, now we're getting to uncommons. It's an Eldrazi creature here. It has trample. It's a 4/4. Okay. This is a creature. It's a 3/3. Has a +1/+1 if you use his ability. This is another uncommon. A Baloth Pup has a +1/+1 in trample. Legendary enchantment. Okay. When the Oath of Nissa enters your battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker card from among them and put it in your hand. The rest of the bottom of your library in any order. Not too big on that one. Then, of course, you land in token cards. Okay, so again, nothing too crazy with the Oath of the Gatewatch expansion boosters. But we had Battle for Zendikar, which also feature Eldrazi creatures, so maybe we'll get a legendary creature in one of those. Okay. Got some commons. Vampire Assassin, Human Shaman, instants. Human Warrior, instant. Creature, instant enchantment. This is an uncommon. This enchantment's uncommon. Sacrifice a creature, gain a life, draw a card. This creature is the Angel Ally. It's flying 4/4. This is an uncommon land that can put 3 1/1 creatures in your battlefield if you use it. This is a rare creature, Eldrazi. He has the Void. The card has no color. Haste. I'll zoom in on it a little bit. Haste, and at the beginning of each step, if you control no other colorless creatures, return the Dust Dogger to its own hand. Huh. I'm not a fan of that one either. Okay. Well, there is one more Battle for Zendikar booster. Hopefully we get something in that one. Last one, before we get to our master sets. We got the creatures, beasts, sorcery, instant, going through the commons quickly, instant, elemental, fish, flying, land, that's a common, insect, it's uncommon, landfall, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, tunneling GOP deals 1 damage to each opponent, so that's fairly useful, I guess. The Void has no color. This is an Eldrazi drone. I've seen an uncommon one. This is a, I've seen a common one. This is uncommon. It can use Ingest. that whenever the creature deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his library. And it gives counters to the creatures you control. This, I've seen this one already. I think it was actually in the other pack. It's the Blight Herder. When you cast Blight Herder, you put 2 cards of your opponent's own from the exile into your opponent's graveyards. If you do, put 1/1 colorless Eldrazi Scion creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have sacrificed this creature, add 1 to your mana pool. Again, not too into that one. This is a holographic common, Snapping Gnarlid 2/2. Again, guys, if you're interested in any of these cards, I'm not a fan of all of them. That's just me and my preference, but I'm not saying that they're not bad cards or that they're not good cards. That's just my preference. And if you want them or if you want to trade, let me know. I'm more than willing to do that. Again, that's part of the greatest thing of YouTube is communicating with you guys and getting in on this community, which I love to do. So, okay, without further ado, all you hype beasts, I love the Masters 25 series. I do have 2 booster packs for Masters 25. And like I was saying, I'm really hoping to get a Jace the Mind Sculptor. So we'll see. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Alright. It's a common creature, the lizard. It's an instant, gains 4 life. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Okay, I'm getting 6 life actually. This is a defender. Common. Creature Merfolk. Instant is a +3/+3. Enchant creature. Okay. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Prevent combat damage. These are uncommon. Other creatures you control get +1/+1. When Ravenous Chupacabra enters the battlefield, destroy target creature an opponent controls. I love that. He's going in attack somewhere. This is a 2/2 with Trample. Whenever an opponent gains life, you put as many +1/+1 counters on Kavu the Predator. Very cool. That would really help. And if your guys that you're playing is using white, that could be very useful. Okay, creature is a rare. It's a snake. When he enters the battlefield, counter target spell. Still hoping for that legendary creature. Enchant creature. Enchanted creatures can't attack or block. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. Huh. Okay. One more booster, then we'll call it a day. Creature Lizard, we've seen that one before. Same exact instant. Tree Folk Warrior. Put a elf creature in the battlefield. This one, draw a card. Draw cards that equal to the number of cards named into the graveyard. This is a zombie, it's a 2/2. This is a flying 2/4. This is a human soldier. This is an enchantment. This is a 5/3 zombie mutant. And this is an instant that gives 4 damage to the person and 2 to the controller. To the creature and 2 to the controller. These are uncommon. So this is a 1/1 Merfolk Wizard. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1. This is an uncommon. Equipped creature gets 1/1. Can attach side Shinobi to battlefield when he comes in. Creature comes into battlefield if you equip it for 2. An uncommon. Nightmare Horror. You can exile a non-land permanent. Great. This is an instant. Search for creature card in your library, then put it in your library and shuffle, and then an enchantment. Enchant creature. You can tap and untap for 1 mana and a token card. Well, guys, not the best unboxing day, but I am happy to do it. Happy to show you guys what I got. Again, if you're interested in trading, hit me up. Thanks for watching. I love all of you guys to death, and don't forget to keep it Duffy.
to Vegas, threw out my entire plan. Play so much burn, they had to call the fireman. Try your hand, I eat your tarmogoyf with hot sauce. Catch me tapping these happy trees, Bob Ross. Cranko mob boss, swarming in a horde of tokens. Goblin storm, need I warn you, it's sort of broken. The cork is open, champagne pouring victory. Plus I cracked an expedition. Get to sleep, tap, tap, concede. Tell me how does losing taste? A little salty, sorry about your stupid jace. I'm using haste, stay sharper than a thumbtack. You tell Reddit posted pictures posing by my thumb crack. I don't want that. Come on, you lack focus. You're a squire, I'm a fire, I'm a black lotus. Last notice, if I lose, this isn't stable. I'm mana screwed, and your root, dude, I'm flipping tables. Tap, tap, tap to attack. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. Crack, 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 crack another patch. I'm addicted to that cardboard crack. I'm running out of cash, I'ma have to charge. Spend my rent money on some magic